Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start our lesson 5. Today lesson is the last lesson to deliver and it's the last learning outcome. And the next lesson will be assignment discussion. So as you know me, my name is Anjum and Sattar and my email address anjum@ukversity.co.uk. Please, if you send me email, also copy on learnerwork@ukversity.co.uk as well, please. So we'll first of all we recap, what we learned. Yes, Yasir, anything you remember from last 3 lessons?
Yeah, we just studied about what is it, equities and trusts or everything.
Okay, brilliant. So lesson 1 we discuss about history, we discuss about trust, we discuss about equity, then we discuss types of trust.
Types of trust, trustees, what is trustee?
What is trustee? We discuss about lesson 3, right, beneficiaries. We learn about incorporated, corporated organizations. We look around some political issues within ATS. We look around the laws. Then we discuss about lesson 4, evaluate condition tracing in laws. Yes.
Yeah.
So we learn about injunctions. We learn about performance. So fiduciary relationships we discuss in one of lesson. So today lesson is understand the trustees and administrative power and duties. So keyword is administrative power and duties. Then we have 3 assessment criteria today lesson. Explain when the power of advance and maintenance can be utilized by trustees. Then differentiate the correctly between the administrative duties and fiduciary duties, and then trustee defense breach administrative duties. Yes, so if they breach, what will be happen, what can be, and liability clause and limitations. So all this we'll supposed to go through this lesson. So if you have any question, you can ask me please during lesson as well, or you can drop me email. Those are listening online. So what scale 1 to 10, what we know, Yasir, about administrative power and duties?
Yeah, about is the administration power like I know about I can say some
of trustees, yes, in a trust. So we're looking here. So what power they have to make investment, and they have to care about asset. They have a fiduciary relationship because you've been delegated power to you. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's sort of, so we can rate ourselves current knowledge about, maybe we can say 5, 6. Yes. Depends. It's interest of your subject area. Okay. So in the previous lesson, we discussed about as well equitable remedies. Yes. We discuss injunctions. We discuss all these discretionary powers. Yes. What law give you and what power you have. Yes. As well, and all we discussed in the previous lesson, we mentioned different case laws as well. So today lesson inductive contents is a learning outcome relate to administrative duties, and then power of advancement, condition, rule governing, power of maintenance, condition, rule, duty of care. Duty of care is everyone's. Yes, you should care about the property of someone's. Yes. Then Trustee Act 2005 and further been updated. So principal, rational investment, defense, limitation, liabilities, and validity of applications effect. All this will be focused in our discussion, and which we'll go through. So we have a 5.1. Explain when power of advancement and the maintenance can be utilized by trustee. So what is the power? The power enable trustee to pay or apply the capital to. Yes.
Yeah.
For all the benefit of beneficiaries. Yes. So they can apply the power. Yes. Which is the benefit. Yeah. So that's, trustee can apply capital for the benefit of the beneficiary and creating new trust for him. Yes. A settled advance. Power advancement may be statutory or express. Yes. By law or express. Yes. Which we declare. Statutory power under the Section 32 of the Trustee Act 1925, of course, further with change, is the subject to 4 restrictions. The power can be exercised only in the favor of the beneficiary, yes? Not your own beneficiary. You draw the money, you buy your own house, yes?
Okay.
Like in different trusts, yes?
Yes.
You're holding money of someone. It's yes, is in a like charity trust here. So who has the interest in the capital may be contingent, yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the remainder interest and not. For example, in the favor of the beneficiary who can only benefit if the trustee exercise the discretionary power, yes.
Yes.
So for trust created before 1st October 2014 applies only half of the beneficiary's interest in the trust fund.
Mm-hmm.
So most modern trust document extended power apply whole beneficiary shares, but older trust document simple will be trust often don't, and this restriction have been removed by Section 8 inherent and trustee Power Act 2014. Will trustee create an arising after 2014? Yes, so is the law being changed? Yes. Any beneficiaries with the prior interest, such as life tenant, much consent exercise of power. Advance must be taken into account when the beneficiaries receive the later become entitled of capital. The most common express power is the power and interest in the possession trust to pay the capital to a life tenant who has no interest in capital.
Yeah.
Any question?
No.
Okay, then when we look the power, what are the powers there of trustee? Trustee has the power to be investment.
Yeah.
Yes. Dealing with the land.
Okay.
Delegation to agent, nominees or whoever, yes, custodian. Insurance, remuneration for professional trustees, advancement of capital, maintaining of minor beneficiaries, to pay transfer or lend funds to beneficiaries, yes. Those are member of in trust, yeah. So has the power. Any question?
No.
Okay, the DVTs. What are the DVTs then? Administrative, yes.
Yeah.
As an administrator. So tax return, yes, they have to. Trust usually have filing tax return. Overseeing investment of trust assets, yes. Some assets are investment that require attention. Keep beneficiaries informed. If you're making decision to be invest the money into different, yes, and you provide the trustees or the members benefit. So protecting the beneficiaries' interest, yes. That's why is trust being set up. Any question there?
Protecting the. All right, ठीक है. That's understand.
Okay. Next, we're looking the trust advancement and appointment. The trustee power of the advance capital from the trust to the beneficiary or the applicant assigned capital. Different terms, those laid down.
Yeah.
So a person who left the property or asset, their will, yes.
Yeah.
Two powers enable beneficiaries gain access of the trust property at time in an amount not provided under the term of the trust. Some advance or the appointment trust property will become the beneficiaries benefit from the power occasionally. So you have to look around those. Beneficiaries have the right to capital, yes?
Yeah.
So thus they need to be as benefit of the statutory power for the advancement of the trust capital, them under the trustees, yes, act is old, but this been updated as well. I copy the link there to further for reading.
So is a capital that has a right to capital. So that's mean right to capital known as a vested or presumptive.
Beneficiary, whoever the beneficiary has the right to capital. The capital is mean investment, yes, in shares, like we'll say, asset, yes.
Yeah.
So that's the beneficiary has the right, yes.
Yeah.
So because you look after as a.
Yeah.
Next, now we're looking the difference correctly between the administrative duty and the fiduciary relationship, yes.
Yeah.
Your administrative duty we discuss at the top, yes. You have an
Yeah.
investment, you have, yes, these are all your duties. Right investment, care about asset. A person with the fiduciary duty is someone whom another person has placed utmost trust, yes. That's
Yeah.
why property being given to you for the welfare of the society, first suppose, yes.
Yeah.
But if you're using for your own benefit, yes, so that's not a for trust, yes.
Yeah.
So utmost trust. The confidence to manage and protect the property or money.
Yeah.
So what is the fiduciary duty? Meaning responsibilities, yes.
Okay.
So further being explained, I copied the links for you there as well, yes.
Yeah.
Then we have a mind map here that's explained. Fiduciary duties
Yeah.
is the nature of trustship. Trust must not make profit from the trusteeship, yes. Rule against the self-dealing, fair dealing, yes.
Yeah.
Defined by the law. This is the case laws, yes. Trustship is our unpaid office, yes. There
Yeah.
is an expression this rules. We have some, it's a case law there, yes.
Yeah.
We have. Then you will see the dragons are this, that these are the case laws, yes. The fair dealing rules, rule self-dealing is all, yes. And this is the case laws we have. So these we can look around and we can cross-reference. Okay. Yes, so next we're looking at the trustee duties and liability. The trustee manages the trust asset and significant responsibility. The trustee is either appointed by the settlor or the court. Yes, court can give the trustees, yes.
Yeah.
So they can assign. So appoint trustees fails, the trustee must voluntarily accept his or her own position. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once accepted, the trustee can't resign without the consent of all beneficiaries. Yes. Without the consent. Yes. Trustee hold the legal title to the trust properties. He or she owe what did they owe it? Fiduciary duties. Yes. Beneficiary, equitable, they have to be admin duties as well. Yes. Administrative side.
Yeah.
So must distribute the property according with the settler instructions. Yes.
Yeah.
A trustee is the personally liable for the breach of his or fiduciary relationship. That's the position itself give you. Yes.
Yeah.
Like auditor have a responsibility. Like a director is a steward for the shareholder because the shareholder actually owner in the business. Yes.
Yeah.
But the director only manage. So this is all about. Any question?
No, that's fine.
Okay. What are then? If you look the duties, what are duties of good faith? Act solely in the interest of other parties. Yes.
Yeah.
If you not act it, given a rise relationship of trust and confidence. This is one of the case laws where the obligation is one of loyalty. Yes, to the principal. Talk about the fiduciary duties. We need to look around inflexible rules as enforce extremely strict always follow down a side duties fiduciary if you have the personal interest, yes. So why fiduciary duties? This is being in this is a duty to act in all ways in the there prevent the conduct of the part of the fiduciary, prevent unwanted conduct, yes. In control how the fiduciary can act, ensure the perform other duties properly, yes, all those duties you've been given. So this is trustee is subject to both trustee duties, yes, and
Yes.
always fiduciary duties as well. Any question?
No.
Okay. Some arise from the suit itself law, other from the common law. What is the common law?
Case laws or.
Yes, so we discuss about case laws. Excellent. So essential fiduciary, not personal profit from the position. That's the first, yes? With no conflict of interest. So you can say other way, yes?
Yeah.
Avoiding the duty to avoid the conflict between the personal interest and duties he owes to his principal. Principal who is the investor, who actually the property owner, yes?
Yeah.
Fiduciary duties are not to profit, no conflict, rule to act in the good faith. Trustee trust placed by the settler, they receive from the settler who they hold it for beneficiary. The person whom the absolute ownership will be reside. The duties imposed on you, the trustee duty, primary duty to carry out the terms of the trust. Familiarize themselves with the trust. Ignorance is not defense. Stewardship of the trust property is a safeguard. Trust asset. Money trustee by not mixing the trust fund with their own fund. Yes? Not draw the fund and some like in the UK, a lot of people buy the properties for themselves, yes? Using the trust money. Oh, no problem, we'll buy, then you pay me. Yes, lot of happening this. Act anonymously, act in the good faith. Equitable, even the death money, death committee, they use the money for these purposes. And yes, between the beneficiaries and the preference. So that's the bookkeeping. That's also duty, yes. Keep the record where the money come from, where they gone, what being dispersed, yes. Duty to invest, must invest. Profit and money, yes. Diversify, not allowed to invest in the single scheme. You spread the risk. It's not all money gone, yes, all being lost. Obligation and distribute the properties according to the trust instrument. Hand over the trust fund to the right person if we need to. Trust must carried out, not delegate, yes. Be adequate informed before exercising their powers. Fiduciary duty meant all the equitable duties of the trust, not exclusively fiduciary duties identified in this case laws, yes. Other is a breach of trust, personally liable. Duties imposed on trustee, yes. Other fiduciaries. We need to look around. Any question on this?
No.
Fiduciary duties, position of trust and confidence, flexible. So can be imposed by the court in many circumstances. Okay, next we look in the fiduciary natures for certain relationship. So what relation can? Equitable can be fiduciary duty to rise in other circumstances where the person has undertaken act for or on behalf of another particular matter circumstances give a rise the relationship of trust and confidence, yes. Reality. So these are all the case laws, yes. AG Hong Kong versus this, AG Guardian versus newspaper, yes. So these are all the case laws which we can and the court stated. They do not fulfill the fiduciary duties. Huh? They have a fee and they not fulfill the administrative duty too. Okay. Recent case FD, financial, yes, fiduciary, found in the context of joint Property Ventures versus, Al Sarraj, yes.
Yeah.
So if this one is 2 into joint ventures, that's, the case, yes. We have 500,000, yes, in cash of
Yeah.
purchase is contributed with the setting the secret commission that the hotel, yes, vendors agree to pay him, yes, back end commission. Held the fiduciary relationship between him and two other relation to joint venture, yes,
Yeah.
trust and the confidence. So fiduciary impose where there is a pre-arranged relationship of the trust and confidence. So one party expected to act in the interests of another. Court gone further and impose FD in artificial remedial device, yes, correct injustice, yes, that case. There are the various case laws, so we can look around. Any question there?
No.
Okay, remuneration, of course, we can look around. They have a right here to get it, some remunerations, but we not this. So we have some case laws. It's good to be look around to enhance our understanding about fiduciary relationship. Yes, our jurisdiction, our DVT, our administrative. So all these case laws is represent. Okay, then next we have a 5.3, evaluate the trustee defense breach of administrative duty. So trustee jointly and fairly liable for the breach of the trust to their beneficiaries where the breach has led to loss the trust fund. Yes, that's a breach.
Yeah.
Common allegation is a breach of trust include where trustee distribute the trust asset to the beneficiary who is not entitled to them under the term of the trust. Yes, who's not trust member. Yes, invested the trust fund into the way permitted by express statutory power of investment, breach the fiduciary duty, such as duty not to profit from the trust, breach the common laws, which we said earlier, yes, duty of care. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're a custodian of the asset of
As
someone,
well as
so you should be. Then the defense available, we have a trustee who has committed a breach trust could be protected from the breach of the trust claim by an exemption clause in the trust deed. However, even there is an exemption clause, trustees still have a minimum duty to perform the trust honesty, yes, in the good faith of the benefitor to the beneficiary. Exemption clause cannot be excused in that trustee who either known that his act is a omission contrary, yes, conflict, yes, with less indifference in the beneficiary interest. There are the limitations we can look around. If the trust is not protected by the exemption clause, he or she could escape the liability if the claim is the time barred, yes.
Yeah.
So can be you can't do it, yes. There is a limit. There are the limitations. Yes. Then like in this one is a law there, yes. 6-year time limit in various cases, yeah. You can't do it. So we have some case laws there. Any question in this case?
No. No, that's fine.
Okay. So is we have consent and beneficiaries, so we need to be look around this. This is one further case laws, previous old case laws we've been given. Statutory relief under the Trustee Act 1925, Section 61 Trustee Act. Yes, this being furtherly acted honestly, reasonably, always, we need to be look around. If the breach happen in the trust, the court may be relieve him, yes, either
Yeah.
wholly or partly personal liability for the same. The statutory relief under this provision is, however, completely by the court discretion, give you or not, yes, if you
Yeah.
breach it. Okay, the relief is also given when the trustee has been found the breach the court, and the court then has the considered exercising its discretion. You give it, yes, relief or not, but you're supposed to be fulfill your statutory and administrative duties. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then Section 62 of the Trustee Act, where the trustee commit a breach of the trust At the request in writing of the beneficiary, the court has a discretion to use the beneficiary's interest in the trust to be indemnified and the trustee who has committed the breach, yes, under section 62. It's not necessary to show the beneficiary actually benefited from the breach, yes. Okay, so this is quite good, we have a note there, yes, is being copied. All the terms whatever we use here, this is quite, if you look underneath, this is law tutor, yes, all the key terms being explained. And if you look here, yes, the GDL.
It's a graduate diploma in law, I think so.
Yes, so this is all equality and trust samples, yes, and all the terms, yes, all been explained. So it's quite good, to use it, yes, whichever term we want to look around.
The GDL course.
Yes, it's a graduate law, but all the key term, this subject is about, our subject is equity and trust, yes. So these are all the samples and the key terms, all been explained. So you can click and you can find. So that's all today lesson. So today lesson we discuss about duties and power in administrative duty and fiduciary duties. Yes. So that's all. If you have any questions, guys, just drop me email, and hope so I'll speak to you during our next lesson about assignment discussion, and which will discuss about assignment brief. Thanks for attending and listening. Thank you. Bye bye.